Welcome to the Whiskey Vault.
I'm Rex.
I'm Daniel.
He's a level 3 whiskey sommelier.
He's a level 7018 mooch.
Thank you. And today we are doing...
Well, we already poured it.
We're doing...
Dalmore 12. You ruined all the production values. They now know we do cold opens at the end of the video.
And the magic's gone.
All right.
Never
Let's
watch,
do it anyway.
never wa- No, just go watch something else. Did you really put a Dalmore here?
I'm excited about this one. We haven't done a Dalmore
Have we
together.
not done a Dalmore?
No. No, you and I have had Dalmore. But I grabbed this one because there's not much left.
Yeah.
And that means it's time to empty this bottle. Right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
Dalmore 15.
So we've talked in the past about there's some whiskeys that are really challenging, and the whiskey enthusiast will absolutely love it because they like that complexity, like that that really intense flavor.
Mm-hmm.
This is the most friendly,
Oh yeah.
entry level.
This is not a challenging whiskey.
No,
But it's wonderful.
you can take this into a nursing home.
They can gum the shit out of it.
You put this in a sippy cup. The kids will just suck it down like crazy.
That's right.
This is so friendly.
Preschool whiskey.
But really nice and interesting. There's a lot going on here.
Okay, so one of my favorite things about Dalmore, now the short version on Dalmore's history, which I think is awesome, by the way, right? Dates back to 1263. Right? The Mackenzie clan. I know, right? Okay, so the Mackenzie clan, one of the Mackenzies is illegally hunting, and he kills a stag who is charging King Alexander III. Saves it.
Yeah.
In return, King Alexander says, I will give your family, the Mackenzie family, for your family crest, the 12-point stag. Hence the 12-point stag, right? And also, the motto, and I'm pronouncing it probably incorrectly, but Lucio non uro, right? Which stands for, I shine, not burn.
Ooh.
Right?
I need a motto.
That's a great motto.
What is my motto?
Yes.
Oh,
now,
man.
the Whittington family already has a motto, so I don't need one.
Can I make one up?
The Whittington family motto, and I can't remember the Latin for it, but the Whittington family crest has the motto that means
Spreadsheets are amazing.
Yeah, spreadsheets. Dare to know. That's the Whittington family motto. Dare to know.
Or
Yeah, right. We've been nerds for hundreds of years, it turns out. Okay, so now one of my favorite things about Dalmore is one of my all-time favorite whiskey personalities in the world is responsible for the Dalmore whiskeys. His name is Richard Patterson.
there's a whiskey personality.
Yes!
Okay.
If you have not seen Richard Patterson in action, YouTube him right now. Pause the video. Go watch a Richard Patterson video.
Explain to me what a whiskey personality
Okay,
is.
so he is the master blender
Okay.
for Dalmore.
Okay.
He also, the White and McKay, also like 7 other brands, he's responsible for creating their whiskeys. And he is a character who is hilarious, informative, engaging, extremely opinionated, and one of my favorite people to watch in whiskey. Someday I'll get to meet him. This year, actually, he won a Lifetime Achievement Award from
Right.
the Whiskey Advocate.
What's his name?
Richard Patterson.
So basically, for the title of the video, it's not Dalmore or whatever the hell.
Yeah.
It's a love letter to
A love letter to Richard Patterson.
Yes.
From Daniel Whittington.
Yes.
Yeah, and if you finish this video and then go YouTube anything from Richard Patterson, you'll see how awesome he is. The man has a great palate.
I'm really bothered that this doesn't have a lot more.
Okay, now the 15, they aged 3 different whiskeys separately and then put them back together in order to create the 15. And now here's one thing I can say about Dalmore. The Dalmore line, when you go from 12 to 15 to 18, it isn't just a progression of flavor. The 12 to 15 and the 18 have different ways of being made. And so the 12 tastes completely different than a 15. The 15 is not just an older version of what you taste in the 12.
You know what? I don't believe you.
Well,
You
I don't
should-
have the 18. I have the 12, though.
Oh, good enough.
What do I have? I have the 12 and I have the cigar malt, which we already tried, but that's a separate thing. I don't want to do that one because it's not a fair comparison. All right, so here's the 12. Let me get you a glass.
Yes, do that.
You and your faces. All right. So, I want you to see that the 15 we just poured is not just a progression of the 12.
Mm-hmm.
It is definitely its own animal. 12, 15. 15's even smokier, actually. I'm getting more peat in the nose on the 15 than I am on the 12. And I have no idea what that goes into production, but
what are the numbers here? 15 and 12?
Mm-hmm.
The 15 is sweeter. This is more caramel sweet.
Oh, they're so good though. I mean, you can definitely tell they're from the same production, from the same palate,
Here's the
same direction.
Yes, again, as I was about to say, is like, man, you said they're made very differently. It's a Dalmore.
No, it's the same family.
Yes.
There's no question,
It
right?
is a Dalmore.
You ever meet those families that have like 5 kids and they all look like, oh yeah, you definitely look like one of the family, right? There's no question. This is one of those that you can recognize a child of Dalmore even from a distance. But they're very different. And they're not just a simple progression in age.
Yeah, I have nothing to say. I'm just enjoying one of my favorite whiskeys. Go about your business.
I shine, not burn. I love that. I love that. That's so good.
It's better than nerd.
Yeah. Hey, dare to know. No. I'm going to argue on that one.
Yeah, go ahead.
Because dare to know is about...
Everything else you've argued is wrong.
No, when you dare to explore, sometimes you explore things that shake the foundations of what you thought were your beliefs.
No, not explore. Not explore. Dare to know.
Yeah, which requires what? Study.
Study.
Yes.
No, study. Exploration is this idea of adventure. Right? You're going out into the world.
No, it's all the
this
same
is
thing.
you sitting in a dim room with
all the same
with
thing.
a book. Right? That's your heritage.
Well, we were mayor of London, the Whittington family. Dick Whittington and his cat.
I just hate you so much. Don't ever hang out with Daniel, because any interesting story, it's like, yes, but did you hear that time that I opened for Aerosmith?
Yeah.
Like, oh yes, I was a barista in what was that country?
In Amsterdam.
Yeah, in Amsterdam. It's like, F you, man. Come on. No matter what you say, it's like, oh, I did that thing that's 80% better and more interesting than your thing.
Yeah.
Did I hear some panties drop over there? Oh, yeah, it's lovely. Right.
See, what I've discovered is if you don't brag about yourself, no one does it for you. I'm just kidding. That doesn't really happen.
Yeah, everybody hates you.
No, I'm a lover of interesting stories. It just so happens that most of them are mine.
You know what?
I was waiting for the sound of Rex dying on the inside a little. That's the sound you just heard.
This would be a really depressing moment for me if I wasn't being soothed by some amazing Dalmore.
Yeah, that's true. It's hard to say nicer things about Dalmore than have already been said. But now I will say that I've done some research on the Dalmore. And there are a lot of people who don't like Dalmore. I found a lot of reviews who thought it was boring. And they're going back to the time when Dalmore was not really an exalted brand. And they're like, well, they're trying their best to stand out. And it's like, yeah, I think they're missing the boat. But
here's what's happening right now.
In life.
If you're one of those people, I will fight you in the parking lot.
Yeah. And you know what? I'll join in and knife you in the back. Yeah.
Now, Dalmore is, in if you identify yourself as somebody who only likes really harsh, challenging whiskeys, and you feel like you have something to prove, then you're going to say, oh, I don't like Dalmore, it's too friendly.
Yeah, but that's not...
No, this is like cool, this is interesting, this is complex friendly.
You know what that is? That's like a coffee snob who can't appreciate a good cappuccino because it has milk in it.
Yeah.
Right? And a thing is, a good cappuccino is a thing of beauty, and it's not for all the time. Sometimes you want espresso or just a black coffee,
yeah.
but a good cappuccino is wonderful, right?
Yeah.
And so, this is going to sound like a grudge match, but I don't mean it to. Hang on a second. Man, 9 minutes. These videos are getting longer.
No, we're good.
Okay. So here's the thing. There's a whiskey that Whiskey video that Tom Fisher and I did called whiskey throwdown. It was bourbon versus scotch.
Right.
And I made a comment in there about after you start smoking cigars, you can't really taste the whiskey.
Can we have cigars?
Not in the vault. Do you realize you're surrounded by like 800 bottles of flammable
Bring
liquid?
a bottle and we'll get, look, right down there.
Yes, we can have cigars outside in the 40-mile-an-hour wind gusts. Okay, so anyway, the guy, there was a commenter who was like, oh, you can't taste whiskey and smoke cigars? I beg to differ. Obviously, you don't know what you're talking about. And Cigar Aficionado would be the first one to tell you that you're full of shit.
I love people like this.
Right?
Oh, they're so good.
Okay, so here's what I wanted to say to that guy. Well, first, you. Yeah, and Chad, you're going to have to bleep that one. But the second is, context is everything, man. And here's what happens. That's like saying eating food doesn't change how you taste whiskey.
Right.
Which is insane, right? I'm not saying you smoke a cigar and all your taste buds go dead like they flatline.
Here's the thing. I usually get in front of your rants
Yeah.
because they're dumb.
No,
this is a
fuck
good one.
this one. Yeah.
This is a good one. Go.
Carry on. Okay. So, no, okay. Cigars don't kill your taste buds. Mm-hmm. What they do is change the flavor components of what's interacting with the whiskey. There's no question. That's like if a sommelier said, well, it doesn't matter what food you eat, all your wine is going to taste the same. That sommelier should be fired and then kneecapped out in the street, right? No, a cigar is a new flavor component. And when you add new flavor components and they interact with existing flavor components, you create new things. And so, just because you're smoking a cigar, yes, it completely changes how whiskey tastes. No question. And I prefer when I'm trying a new whiskey to try it without the extra interference.
All right, you've lost all momentum.
No. F that guy, right?
Yes.
I just got on a rant about it because
so
it
what-
annoyed the shit out
what
of me.
we've learned is-
It's been riding on me a little bit.
What you've learned.
I read it like 4 days ago and it's still riding me.
At the tender young age of 30, whatever the hell, you learned there's assholes on the internet.
Yeah,
Well done,
that's
you.
true. Yeah.
Lewis.
No, but I
Wells-
did want to clarify that because it is true. I do like cigars and whiskey.
Comments.
Oh, we're in the
There's
comments.
people
now.
other than you, Daniel.
But we're 10 minutes in now.
It doesn't matter.
All right,
Lewis Wells, I predict there will be a reprimand at the next Moochers meeting.
Yes.
Rex missed out on at least 3 fantastic whiskeys
Yeah, this is 4 days ago now.
that could have enjoyed with very little effort.
Yeah.
I'm assuming he'd have been tall enough to retrieve
You're going to have to pixelate that, Chad.
Tobermory.
for the children.
Yes, all right. I did.
You could reach
enjoy-
the Tobermory.
He enjoyed
You know what? You could reach the Tobermory.
I can totally reach
No,
it.
you totally can't reach the Tobermory.
Challenge accepted.
It's the second level, and this shelf is shaky. That's legit. That's legit.
Eat it, bro. Alright, I totally can't reach the whiskey.
Yes. All
Wait,
right.
Hold on.
The first time ever we don't have to pour a new whiskey.
Hold on. I can't reach the whiskey because I take my shoes off. Challenge accepted. Wait.
Wait.
I need my shoes.
Ah.
Take my shoes off because you're a wee man.
Lewis, you started this.
Oh, God.
He moved it.
Shut the hell up.
He moved it while we were having technical problems. He moved it closer to the front edge of the shelf, and he still can't reach it. Lewis,
Oh, you know what?
challenge failed.
I need a grabber.
Yeah. All right, Tobermory gets saved for another day. But you know what? You have Dalmore to make you feel better.
The whole bottle.
Yeah, all right.
This is mine.
Thanks a lot, Lewis. Till tomorrow, Mirror Crazy. Stay this side illegal.
May you return so you can see me steal that Tobermory.
Cheers.